astrologers have this remarkable gift, really, a gift from the cosmos that allows us to get a glimpse into what are the archetypal energies that are going to be activated at a given time, because it's been so consistent with and so visible. Once you know how to read the cosmic symbolism and have a decent sense of symbol and archetype and so forth, it's what Stan Groff calls, it's a Rosetta Stone. It really kind of gives us a remarkable translation device of being able, or like a telescope, to see into the deeper energies and meanings that are active at a given point. I certainly wasn't being clairvoyant in thinking, that when the Saturn-Pluto conjunction comes, there would be major phenomena of a certain character. I was just being kind of empirical. If you look, every time Saturn and Pluto come into hard aspect, like the conjunctions and the oppositions, as well as the squares, you see very decisive turning points in history where there tend to be quite challenging, or let's just look at the 20th century. I mean, the Saturn-Pluto cycle, it's the first conjunction of the 20th centuries, 1914, particularly from 14 to 16, very tight conjunction, and that's World War I. And then the Great Depression comes in under the next opposition, and then World War II begins right as Saturn and Pluto come into the square in 1939. And then the Cold War begins under the conjunction of 46-48, this great conflict that has nuclear intensity. And then most recently, I mean, like 9/11 is what happened, of course, under the most recent Saturn-Pluto opposition. The awareness of the tremendous gravity of our global ecological situation. And Saturn, because Saturn relates to gravity and Pluto intensifies whatever it touches, Saturn-Pluto periods tend to have a quality of great gravity. This is morally serious. We really have to focus. This is life and death. Pele, the volcano goddess in Hawaii, is pretty clearly a Plutonic being, a Plutonic manifestation. Kali is the great, goddess of death and rebirth, and is another very potent mythic or goddess figure that expresses Pluto. Pluto's the underworld. So it's the criminal underworld, it's the sexual underworld, the urban underworld, the psychological underworld, and the mythic underworld. Pluto is associated with the principle of elemental power, depth, and intensity, with that which compels, empowers, and intensifies whatever it touches, sometimes to overwhelming and catastrophic extremes. The United States has just had, this is the end of an enormous 248-year cycle, and now we're deeply in the Pluto return. Just think about the degree to which the United States has, during these last few years, really been entering into the underworld of its own shadow.